The sun glinted off the polished hood of a black Mercedes Maybach as it purred outside a modest community center in Southside Chicago. Tyrell Hamilton, 7 years old, stood on the sidewalk in his Spider-Man hoodie, watching the scene with wide eyes. Across the street, a tall white man in an expensive gray suit was approaching the car with a confident smile. That man was none other than Grant Whitmore, a self-made millionaire and CEO of Whitmore Logistics, visiting the neighborhood as part of a new outreach program aimed at funding under-resourced schools. Tyrell had been playing with his toy car near the curb when he overheard something strange, a voice through a hidden earpiece inside the car. It wasn't on the radio. It wasn't music. It was a voice, whispering, instructing. "He's alone. Confirm when he's inside the car." Tyrell's heart pounded. He knew that voice wasn't right. He'd seen enough cop shows with his uncle to know that whispering like that wasn't normal. Then Grant stepped forward to open the car door. Tyrell didn't hesitate. "Don't get in the car!" he screamed, his voice cracking through the air like a gunshot. Everything stopped. Conversations, footsteps. Even the birds seemed to freeze. Grant paused mid-step, staring at the boy. "What did you say?" he asked, bewildered. Tyrell ran across the street, ignoring the panicked shout from Miss Clarice, the community center supervisor. "Don't get in," he gasped. "Somebody's in there. They said you were alone. They waiting." Grant's eyes narrowed. He tapped his smartwatch twice, sending a signal to his driver, who was nowhere in sight. He didn't get in. Instead, he slowly walked around the car. Then he saw it. Movement. Someone was crouching in the back seat, nearly hidden under a dark blanket. Grant backed away. Suddenly, the rear door burst open and a masked man leapt out, bolting down the street. Seconds later, two unmarked SUVs screeched around the corner, tires squealing. Out stepped federal agents, guns drawn. The agents tackled the fleeing suspect and apprehended him within seconds. The area swarmed with law enforcement. One of them, Agent Ramirez, approached Grant. "Sir, are you all right? We've been tailing this guy for months. We had no idea you were the target." Grant was stunned. "You mean this was an actual hit?" The agent nodded. "Assassination for hire ring. They've been planting themselves inside luxury vehicles. You were almost another victim. Until..." He turned toward Tyrell. Tyrell was standing by the curb, looking scared now, uncertain if he was in trouble. "Hey, kid," Grant called, his voice warm. "Come here." Tyrell walked over slowly, his shoulders hunched. "You saved my life, little man," Grant said, kneeling to his level. "What's your name?" "Tyrell," he mumbled. I heard something. I didn't want you to get hurt." Grant looked over at the agents. "He needs to be protected and honored." Agent Ramirez nodded. "We'll make sure he and his family are safe, but this changes everything." News vans were already on the way. The story was breaking fast. Local boy saves millionaire from attempted assassination. Later that week, Grant held a press conference, this time at Tyrell's school. He stood at the podium with Tyrell by his side, dressed in a sharp new hoodie and jeans bought just for the occasion. "Sometimes heroes don't wear capes," Grant said, smiling. "They wear Spider-Man hoodies. This little boy saved my life. And because of that, I'm setting up the Tyrell Hamilton Foundation, a $10 million fund dedicated to supporting young kids in underfunded communities who act with courage, integrity, and heart." Tyrell's mother, Monique, wept silently in the front row. They had been living in public housing for years, scraping by, and then the twist no one saw coming. An older man approached the podium, Detective Harold James. "We reviewed more footage from the scene," he said. "What we found in that car wasn't just a hitman. It was someone who had inside knowledge of Mr. Whitmore's schedule, someone who knew every move." Grant froze. The investigation revealed that the attempted assassination had been orchestrated by one of Grant's own board members, eager to take over the company and bury corruption that Tyrell accidentally helped expose. Turns out Tyrell had saved not just a life, but a legacy. In the months that followed, Tyrell was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for civilian bravery, the youngest recipient in modern history. He didn't just stop someone from getting in a car, he stopped an empire from collapsing, and showed the world that no matter how small your voice, if it's telling the truth, it can shake the ground.